My name's Tom O'Hara, and this is my generosity story. I've been a part of Flood since 2005, and I was raised in the Catholic Church. I remember my parents dropping checks in the offering plate as it went by, but I was just a kid, so I didn't really keep track of how regular it was or anything like that, and they didn't really talk about it. Just after 7th grade, my parents stopped going to church, so I decided to go to church with my friend Mike. We went to Hume Lake one summer, and it was awesome. That's when I made the decision to follow Christ. When we came back down the mountain, we really wanted to start a worship band for the youth group, and we were super stoked. So Mike started playing drums, and I picked up the bass. That was my first real experience of what it was like to get plugged into a church family and really start giving my time to help out. In every church I've gone to since then, I've been plugged in some form or another, whether it's like playing in the band or doing video stuff or helping with the youth. Anytime there's a need, you just try to do what you can to fill the need. The one thing I hadn't done yet was tithe my money regularly. After graduating from SDSU, I went on a trip to the Philippines for 3 weeks, and needless to say, I didn't really have much money when I got back. It just so happened that we were going through the Ransom series at Flood right about then, and I decided to take a step toward honoring God with my finances and just see what would happen. So, on First and 10 Sunday, when Matt was encouraging all of us to tithe together, I calculated my income and I gave. It was a bit scary at first. I just had a lot of school debt and my truck was in need of a lot of repairs, but I committed to give anyway. A few weeks later, a friend of a friend who happened to be a mechanic offered to fix my truck, and for free. Not only that, but while he was working on my truck, he let me borrow his, and it was pretty amazing. As a videographer, work is pretty inconsistent. You get a wedding here or an event there, but nothing's really regular. Every time I needed money, I found that God would just drop a job in my lap. And it got to the point where I had more work than I knew what to do with. It was awesome to see His provision for me as I took that step of faith in just trusting Him with my money. And that's my story. What's yours?